Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Monday, October 17th, 2016, and today in our Tech News Update, well, if you are in the United States or wherever and you've actually decided to buy merchandise or donate from the National Republican Senatorial Committee over the last 8 months, well, it seems that hackers have stole your credit card information. That's what is actually being checked out right now, but it does seem that if in the last 8 months you have donated through the Senate Republican website, well, hackers did steal supporters' credit cards. Another example of how basically very often the security on websites like those are not high enough. And so if you have been one of these person that actually donated or bought merchandise, well, the suggestion is to check it out. Make sure that no transactions or no illegal transactions are happening on your card. Maybe get some kind of service for an alert on your card, or talk to your bank about what's happened, and be careful because it does seem that your credit card personal info are all over there on the internet. Well, a Microsoft executive is was talking about security of different platforms, and of course, one of the platforms was Windows Security. But in talking about also mobile platforms, the executive said, be careful because people using iPads and iPhones on iOS think that they are more secure than everybody else. But in tests and in research, it seems that Apple's iOS is as vulnerable as Android when it comes to security, and so that basically not to keep your guards down. That's also something that's very, very important. Whatever operating system you're using, Linux, iOS, Android, Windows. One of the things you always have to be careful is never, never take down your guard. Always think that you could always have viruses or have malware. And that's the best way that you can prevent from being infected, because you are always aware that it's a possibility. So kind of interesting. I don't know exactly on what research or basis that information comes from, but I wouldn't be surprised personally, as all of these systems are made by humans, so they are not perfect. Well, in a recent study of Microsoft employees, it seems that, as you see here on the picture, on the left side is Satya Nadella, the new CEO. On the right side, you see Steve Ballmer, the old CEO. And in recent surveys internally at Microsoft, it seems that employees are much happier with Satya Nadella over Steve Jobs. Not Steve Jobs, Steve Ballmer as being their boss, basically. It seems that Steve Ballmer was not very much appreciated and was not liked across the Microsoft employees, and that things have changed. Satya Nadella has said when he came as CEO that he also wanted to change the mentality, the way that things work internally at Microsoft, to make everybody feel part of a big family, not just a little employee. So it seems that it's working. Well, interesting article, a few articles that I actually read about this. We've learned a few weeks ago that Apple was kind of really, if not stopping totally, really, really scaling down the self-driving car that they would have built, basically. And now we're learning a little more about why this has happened. First of all, the market is starting to get a little more competitive with different companies that want to get into the self-driving car. But mostly, it seems that lack of leadership is the biggest problem. It seems that internally, the team that worked on the self-driving car was not basically working right. Everything was kind of going wrong, and basically leadership was lacking, so there was no clear direction as to what to do, and that's pretty much why employees were laid off. And from what we see is not zero. I mean, they are still thinking about it, but for now, they've decided, hey, we're gonna work on that. Not gonna work on that for now. So very important when you build a team to work on something. Basically, there needs to be coordination and good leadership in order for that to go through. Well, it seems that the next versions of Facebook and Messenger on your phone will use different types of algorithms to make sure that you use the least amount of data possible. You know, one of the things that a lot of people, of course, have on their smartphones is a really small data caps where they have to be careful as how much data they're using. And of course, Facebook is aware of that. So they are working on versions that will actually really use even less data than actually right now. And even thinking of doing versions where a lot of data will be locally saved to your phone so as to not always have to reload all the time. So that's interesting to see that they're trying to make things better. And also, one interesting bit of news about the Facebook app. It seems that if you have a Windows phone, the latest version of the Facebook app for Windows Phone now states that you need 2 gigabytes of RAM on your smartphone in order to run it. And finally, if you're an insider, you should check it out, and I will sure check it out. It seems that when we had the last version rolled out on Thursday, 14.946, we also have different versions of Cortana. So it seems depending on where you are, Cortana has been sent out in several different versions, and Microsoft wants you to test Cortana and give your impressions of how it's working out. They will, of course, take what seems to be the favorite Cortana version, and that would be the Cortana update coming in Redstone 2. So if you're an insider, tweak around Cortana and check out, maybe you'll see something new or different. I'll be checking it out also today. If I find out anything, I'll post videos about it, and if I learn a little more also. So check it out if you're a Windows insider. This was the Tech News Update for Monday, October 17, 2016. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up. Thank you so much for following us, and hope that you enjoy what we do.